is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports here. Getting ready to bring game number 4 to your attention. Again, as it has been the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers in our sim series. Edmonton leads 2-1. It is game number 4 at Amerit Bank Stadium. Amerit Bank Arena, rather, in Florida. And now Tarasenko has the first real shot of the day. And now Ekblad across the middle to Tarasenko again. So appreciate everybody being on. We are simming the 2024 Stanley Cup, which I realized just ended a week or so ago. But we're seeing how it looks here on our channel with the live original commentary. Bouchard up the middle, and Bobrovsky will cover. Remember, in game number 3, Bobrovsky ended up getting pulled after he had given up 5 goals. It was 5-0 when they pulled him, and the Oilers just bludgeoned the Panthers in that game number 1. So obviously hockey, the season progresses quickly. We had the draft, free agency has kicked off. So hockey doesn't sleep, like most of the other sports. Now Nurse coming down the left wing side, but appreciate everybody being on. Again, Phil Nagy for Nagy on Sports here, joining you for this one. Hopefully can be another entertaining sim for us here. Cody Ceci gives it back to Nurse, and Nurse is going to have it taken off of him, his stick rather. Darnell Nurse, the number 7 pick in the 2013 NHL draft. Here's Mikkola now. Mikkola around the corner, long pass to the middle. Bennett is deflected, and then Skinner, it ends up in his glove, and he will freeze the puck there. Does Stuart Skinner. (16:11) first period clock here. We are in Florida again. The fans desperately want to see their Panthers tie this thing up 2-2. Going back to Edmonton down 3-1 would be an uphill climb, to say the least. Lundell, nice back check there. Corey Perry still has it on his stick. He'll go right to the high slot and throw one off of Bob. Good save by Sergei Bobrovsky there, but somebody let Perry get right there in the middle of those circles. They call that the slot. And it's a very high percentage goal scoring spot, as you might imagine. Here comes McLeod. He's down the left wing side, and he'll be checked into the boards by Kulak there pretty aggressively. Excuse me, Kulikov, not Kulak. Mikkola there. Hey, Kit. Where are you? Across the middle, and Lundell taps it in. Backdoor. Florida scores. Beautiful play there as he's able to tap that thing in. Back post. Anton Lundell. Look at this cross ice pass, and that's easy goal. That's a way to be available because he's skating there with his stick on the ice, so he is ready to receive the pass whenever it chooses to come from Kulikov, and that is a beautiful goal in the Panthers. A much needed goal there for them to get started again. Felt like they really needed to get something going early, which they do that time nicely. Now Nugent Hopkins deflected in front. Hyman to McDavid, and now Bobrovsky will freeze it out. Okay, Denver. Didn't have any more trips for you today. Okay, well, enjoy Denver. There's some cool stuff to get into in Denver. From what I remember, I've only been there once. It was a long time ago. But it seemed like there was some cool stuff to get into. Delayed penalty now, empty net. Here comes Ekman Larsson. They've got numbers. It's a 4-on-1. He'll fire it off Skinner, trying to get a deflection, and now it'll be touched up, and the first power play of the game is going to go to the Florida Panthers as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins heads to the sin bin here. 13:43 remaining in this first period. And that was the interference that was called there. So Florida with an opportunity to establish some momentum here with a power play goal if they choose. Rodriguez has his shot deflected, and then Barkov immediately trips him. And now we'll play 1:53 of 4-on-4. So 7 seconds of power play they had before Barkov decides to trip the guy. And Alexander Barkov knows better there. And it could have been worse than tripping as Enrique took a Just a nosedive into the boards. Dangerous play there. And now 4-on-4, so we're going to see a lot of open ice here for the next minute and 53 seconds. Ekholm, long pass now to Draisaitl. Backdoor pass. Again, we talked about a lot of space on the ice with a 4-on-4. Here's Ekblad, but he's dispossessed by Ekholm. Now Forsling's got it back, and now over to Sam Bennett, who's going the wrong direction. Now cross ice pass to Forsling. Tic-tac-toe to Reinhart. So you got the Sams out there with Reinhart and Bennett now. Sam Reinhart and is dispossessed. Oh, cool, yeah. I remember that family. I didn't realize he flew for Southwest. So now for just 7 seconds, the Oilers will get a extremely short power play, but they will get one face-off in front of Bobrovsky. That 4-on-4 happened very quickly. Kulikov to Mikula. And that's the end of the power play. Both teams back to full and even strength. Kulikov, he had the primary assist on the lone goal of the game so far here halfway through the first. Evander Kane thinks about it and then decides to give it to Enrique, and then Enrique gets it taken off of his stick. Enrique again to Perry. Perry to Kane. Tries to get it through, and Bobrovsky's going to be able to make the save and then freeze it out. Get his boys a line change. Set something up with the full first line now that everybody is out of the box. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. Go Browns. I would say, how about we'll say tomorrow? Here's a score from Tarasenko. I wasn't even watching. Beautiful shot. He went to that low stick side. The same exact spot, actually, that Lundell scored in. You can see just goes wide of that kicks, that left, or that right skate. He tried to kick that thing aside. Oh, it deflects off of his pad and into the net. Unlucky there from Stuart Skinner, and a quick 2-0 lead now for the Florida Panthers as, again, they look to try to even things up. I don't want to necessarily promise tonight, Mitchell, so I'll say definitely by the end of the day tomorrow. Just because I have my weekly open gym, so I'll be back late from coaching tonight. So I don't want to make any promises that we could do a 10 o'clock sim or something, but there's a small chance. All I can tell you is pay attention to the Discord. Wow, cross-ice pass, nice play, Ekman-Larsson. Otherwise, there's going to be a wide-open shot on net from Evander Kane. But good hustle for Kane on the back check. Now Ekman-Larsson with some space behind the net, and another shot, Kachuk. That thing was sniped to the top right corner, and Florida is pouring it on here now. That was an incredible shot for Kachuk. Watch this. There he is, cross ice right there in the high slot. We talked about that. It's actually more low slot. He is real close, and he rips that thing. Skinner has absolutely no chance. That glove is in the net. That puck is in the net before his glove even reacts to try to save it. That's how much of a laser beam that thing was to the glove high side, and now 3-0. All right, sounds good, buddy. Appreciate that, Mitchell. 3-0 here in the first, so we have seen big scores early, and then they sort of settle down. Bouchard as they try to get it right back, and Bobrovsky's up to task. No outlet for Matthew Kachuk. Now dangling his way through middle ice is Sam Bennett. And he's taken off his stick. Holloway hit hard by Kachuk. Big power forward Matthew Kachuk. And now Ekholm. Ekholm coming down the left wing, and then he's going to be kind of checked awkwardly in the boards. Gets rid of it behind the net of Sergei Bobrovsky. And now Verhaeghe coming the other way. Carter Verhaeghe to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad fires it. Going to be blockered aside by Skinner, but they're still in the zone, and now Nugent Hopkins ends up with it, and they are able to fully regain the possession, except Lundell does not. Backdoor pass. He goes behind the net for Verhaeghe again, and Skinner able to make a save this time. Just unfortunate, that right-handed shot. He was on the left side, and so all he could do is kind of shove it with his backhand. Was not going to be able to put a real shot on that goal. unfortunately. A real heavy shot, at least. Forsling taking off his stick, but gets it right back. Forsling coming in, scores! Gustav Forsling, and the Panthers are on fire. Look at this shot, same spot. They are going stick low over that blocker pad on the right thigh and shin of Stuart Skinner. And now 4-0 here in the first. Okay, noted. Forsling. Kicked aside by Skinner. Nurse has got it back, and Skinner's just gonna have to go ahead and freeze it. So the Oilers just all kinds of discombobulated right now. Still 5:24 to go in this first period clock, and again, it has been all Florida, which they desperately needed because Edmonton absolutely spanked them in game number 3. So much at the point, again, it was 5-0, and then they pulled goalie Bobrovsky. And you can imagine if Skinner gives up a 5th here that he's gone as well, and that they would go to Calvin Pickard, their backup. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Kit joining in chat form from Denver today. Again, as he is a pilot, and so he'll be all sorts of places during these here sims when he is not on the mic. Ekblad to Rodriguez, too loose there, and it is taken away by Cody Ceci. And now Corey Perry to Nurse, and now McLeod's got it into the zone. Nice pass to Perry, leaving it for Enrique, and Enrique's shot goes wide. Good back check there. That stick kind of deflected it away. Now Rodriguez coming. He'll just dump it into the corner, chase himself. Cody Ceci beats him to the puck. Ceci now, long pass to Corey Perry. Perry at the end of his shift, and they're going to say offside. Didn't quite have that puck in before the body of his teammate was in. Big hit there. Good look at it. Big hit there. Okay. I was Ryan McLeod on that big hit, by the way. All right, Montour, long pass for Mikkola. Mikkola, and it's deflected, but Skinner's got it. Thing changed trajectory and speed in a pretty quick way. It is going to be saved there from Stuart Skinner, so maybe starting to gain a little bit of his confidence back again. He has been shelled here early. Montour now. Tarasenko's got a goal. Ekholm. Long pass to Kane, to Warren Foegele. Foegele to Kane, Kane taken away. Now it's going to be Draisaitl to Ekholm. Ekholm doinks it off of the post. Oh, that would have gotten a little bit of momentum back for them here near the end of the first period as that thing rings off the post. Taken away, Tarasenko, good save. Skinner, pass it just wide. And they are just shooting the lights out right now here in Florida. The home team Panthers really trying to get after it and pepper Stuart Skinner with those shots. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place on YouTube that you can find these simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Appreciate you guys being on. All 1,108 of our subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, we would appreciate that very much as we continue to grow our channel, especially if you're a hockey fan. We don't do a ton of hockey, but we do a Stanley Cup every year. It's been a lot of fun. We do not try to recreate reality, so we're actually 2-1, which the 2-1 Oilers, and this one went 3-0 Panthers, and then 3-0 Oilers before the deciding Game 7, of course. Also been doing some goal there from Kulak, right off of the draw. He just slid that thing right on the ice. And Bobrovsky just wasn't prepared for it. But look at that thing, maybe 6 inches off the ice, and it goes just above. Same thing, that leg pad and into the net. And Bobrovsky kind of a little bit shocked that that puck was shot and comes through. And so now with 62 seconds left, Edmonton with a much needed goal to sort of help stem the momentum that had really built in a big way for Florida. Anyway, I was trying to say that we're We're doing some Guardian Sims as well, as they're primarily Cleveland and Ohio sports-based team, in addition to our beloved Browns. Here comes Verhage, and it's deflected in front now. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. And a big hit on the side. Verhage's back check gets decked right at the end. And in real hockey, that's a fight breaking out. You cannot deck a star player like that with 0.2 seconds on the clock. So there are the first period statistics. 13 shots for Florida. Only 9 of them being able to be stopped by Stuart Skinner so far. Bobrovsky's made 7 saves on his 8 shot attempts. Let's take it to period number 2 here on Pnagsports Sports. David versus Barkov here. Emirates Bank Stadium. Emirates Bank Arena. Ekblad fired. Kicked aside by Skinner. And falls down with no call. Back home to McDavid now. McDavid to the left side. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Long pass for Ferry. Score! McDavid! He ripped it back to the middle from Hyman. And Connor McDavid not going to miss that one. What a shot, and now 2 unanswered for the Oilers as they come crawling back. What a goal here. This was some tic-tac-toe. Bink right back to him, and Connor McDavid is not going to miss that one. The speed from McDavid and Hyman. Look at the red jerseys that they got behind. And that is an easy, easy goal for Connor McDavid. His 12th team leading. He and Draisaitl both with 12 in these virtual playoffs, as we simulated all of the previous rounds as well, to get the statistics and the playoff beards to look the best. Here's McDavid. He'll have that one bumped aside, and now Reinhart on the back check is the one who took it away, and now McDavid's got it again. McDavid with speed and then taken away, but Hyman chases it down in the corner now. Hyman with some space in the front. He tried to go to Nugent-Hopkins, and it was deflected. Where is it at? Bobrovsky being swallowed up with pressure right now, and finally they were able to get it out of their own. Still just 2 minutes into the second, and Tarasenko throws one on Skinner to see if he's paying attention. He, of course, is. Connor McDavid there, the captain. Arguably the best player. I would say that he's the best player in the league. I don't know if many others would agree with that, but if you could give me one guy from anybody's team in the league to take for my team, which is the Blue Jackets, then I would take Connor McDavid. Even above Connor Bedard, of course. The chosen one. Bouchard to Draisaitl. And that one's going to go wide. And now Montour to Matthew Tkachuk. Hit hard. That's going to be a penalty. I think they're going to say elbowing is going to be the call. Evander Kane, he absolutely decked Tkachuk, and Tkachuk is a big guy, and now we see why, because Evander Kane led with the elbow here. Oh, jeez. It was a brutal hit. Much like football, there are some rules, like you got to be able to see it, kind of brace yourself for those big hits. The blind side hits, when they deck somebody with their elbow in that particular case, those are the ones they're trying to get rid of. So anyway, power play coming in. Another massive hit. Is that going to stop? Did they break the glass? They did. Look at that. They shattered the glass with that hit from Barkov. And that's what it's supposed to do. That glass just kind of cornflakes like that, and they bring a new panel in. It doesn't just shatter all over the ice and all over the fans anymore. But I hadn't seen that before. So the glass shattering behind Stuart Skinner there on the hit. Actually, I think it was Barkov's helmet is what hit the glass and shattered it there. Nugent-Hopkins giving it to Descharnais. And Descharnais will take it down the right wing side by himself and give it away to Ekman-Larsson. That was silly. But given right back at the blue line there. Good pursuit, and now we're finally out. Here's a 1v1. Tarasenko against the defender, and a great stick check by Descharnais. He was able to dispossess him, and now Janmark has it taken off of his puck and back to Lundell, one of the goal scorers for Florida. Ekman-Larsson, beautiful shot, but deflected aside by Skinner. Rodriguez, and he's decked. Oh, my. Remember, we are still on the Florida power play for another 8 seconds, but we haven't really had a lot of action. Now we finally get a good attempt, and the power play comes to a close. Full and even strength for both teams. Under 15 to go here in the second period. 4-2 Florida leads. They scored the first 4, but the Oilers have scored the last 2. Long pass in the middle, deflection and just wide. Bennett, top of the key. And that's up to the blue line, not the key. Wrong sport, Phil. Too many sports in my brain right now, I guess. Here's Lundell, and he'll get deflected there. Tarasenko tries to squeak it through. Where is it? Skinner's on it. And they've got some full pressure. To Draisaitl now, behind the net. 13 minutes on this second period clock. Bouchard all the way down the right side, taken away, and then actually caught, thrown back to the ice. Now Enrique throws one on, and Bobrovsky saves it. Vander Kane standing right in front of him, waiting for that rebound that never comes. Bobrovsky will freeze it. Enrique loses the draw. Montour takes it behind the net. Now pushed up against the boards. Good fight there from McLeod. Now Lorenz trying to get rid of it. We've got the fourth line in here for the Panthers. They've been productive in this sim series for us. Stenlund, Cousins, they've had some goals. Perry driving hard, and then he's taking it off his stick again. Fourth line in for both teams, along with the top defensive pairs for each team. Now Ekblad throws it in front. Cousins, where's it at again? And somehow Skinner falls on it. Dangerous. The puck was just kind of hanging out there. Skinner not fully sure where it is, but was able to throw it on there, or throw his body onto where he thought it was, and able to get a stoppage in play. Parkov wins the draw. Fourth as the first line is in. Backdoor pass. What a play by Skinner. Barkov had a wide open net, and somebody lost their lid. Coming in hard was Tarasenko, and he scores! There is a helmet on the ground, and somebody scored. Yeah, right there. It's Evander Kane. He doesn't have a helmet on. And kicked in. Actually, are we going to get another own goal? No, he somehow, what happens? The puck is standing on its end. And then finally Tarasenko drags it and snipes it through the legs of Skinner. That puck just sat there. There's his helmet, Evander Kane's helmet, just sitting there as he lost it. All kinds of things happening on that play, but the end result is goal number 5 for the Florida Panthers in this one. Tarasenko's second of the game. And again, it just kind of sat there, and he was the one who was able to pick it up, and they score again! Sam Reinhart! And that might be it for Skinner in this one, as he has just been brutalized back there today. 8th of the playoffs for Sam Reinhart. And Sammy slaps it in, even with the backhand. That's a nice looking play. Oh yeah, the stick turned inside out. So able to squeak that one in front of Stuart Skinner. And we will see if Skinner gets pulled here. 6-2. So 2 unanswered for Edmonton, and then very quickly 2 unanswered from the Panthers. Now Forsling fired it wide. Ekblad hit hard, but still have it in the zone. Forsling, and now McDavid with speed. Here comes Connor McDavid. He can fly. 1v1. McDavid taken off on the little back check. I think he's got to let himself get a little bit too close. Bobrovsky didn't come out and challenge him, and I think that maybe surprised McDavid. And he just ended up getting too close, and it was kind of sort of bumped into Bobrovsky. Not even really a tough save to be made there. So a little bit of that mental game in terms of, you know, when do the goalies come out to cut down the angles? When do they try to stay in and, you know, go post to post? That time Bobrovsky stayed in, and McDavid not able to achieve any amount of success on that one-on-one. Bennett, and Skinner is still in there, and he will freeze at 8:09. Second period clock. It is 6-2. Florida leads at this juncture. You can see the passing effectiveness. Both teams passing over 86% in this one. 89 for the team that leads 6-2. Ekman Larson, and that one's going to be drilled up the mask of Skinner. He just took that thing right off the face. And now Draisaitl, he'll try to scoot a backhander in. It won't go, but he's still got it. Now Bouchard, Fogle in the corner. Bouchard keeps it in. Bouchard long pass to Ekholm. Now Kane got his helmet back and deflected in the middle. Now Tkachuk and back checked again. Nice little poker there from Ekholm, and quickly Fogle's got it on the left wing side. Kulikov taking it right in front dangerously. Verhaeghe has it. Now here come the Panthers. Tkachuk on the right wing side, and it's going to be taken right off his stick. Now Draisaitl with a 3-on-3. All of the players were kind of bunched up. That was weird. All three of the Oiler players kind of entered the zone right hip to hip. Not necessarily recommended for a game that is not about being played in space, and we're going to get a penalty. Interference on Lundell, so maybe the Oilers with a little power play magic in their sleeve. Up their sleeve, in their sleeve, on their sleeve, whatever. Pick your choice of words there. 52 hits for Tkachuk, third in the series. All right, Edmonton. They're 0 for 1 today on their power play, albeit it was for 7 seconds. So now they've got a full power play. Let's see how they set it up. Interesting lineup here with Corey Perry. Henrique, and it's going to be kicked aside by Bobrovsky, and now Stenlund's got it, and they'll dump it on out of there, but McDavid snags it out of the air. Bouchard, Henrique. Henrique tries to slap her, and he broke his stick, so he'll go back to the bench and pick up another one quickly. Bouchard right there to get the puck back. So Henrique has a new stick, although his old one is right there. We'll see if somebody bumps into it like they just did. It actually deflected the puck wide. The broken stick does. McDavid, where's it at? Somehow gets squirted to the side. And now McDavid to Bouchard in the middle. Perry, but nobody's on the correct side for their stick, so nobody can slap at it. Passing it around again. When you're on that backhanded side, you can't really smash a one-timer from your backhand. It's got to be that front of the stick with your forehand, so it worked. And there goes the power play. Lundell right back out of the box, so no real harm except for that one kind of hectic situation around Bobrovsky, but it was never really a threat at a goal. Now Henrique's going to dump all the way around, chase himself. Montour gets bodied up, and now several other bodies meet. You can see the stick all the way down next to Bobrovsky now. Oftentimes the linesman will try to come down and grab that and take it to the bench if he's able to do so without leaving his position. Bouchard to Perry. Now long throw to the left side to Evander Kane. And Evander Kane dangling. Fires it! Ripped it! Where did it go? Up into the netting. Evander Kane, that had some heat on it, and Bobrovsky blockers it up and into the netting behind him, so that's why the faceoff will stay down here. That netting behind the boards in every hockey arena now, again, probably should have happened for a while. We're going to get another penalty here on the Panthers, or excuse me, on the Oilers. It probably should have happened for a while, but everybody will remember Columbus as the team that ruined it for everyone, because there was a girl who got hit with a puck over the ice, or over the glass before the netting, and then she eventually died. And so that's where the netting ended up having to come from. And again, for those of us in Columbus, we know the actual story. She was fine. She left the game happy and healthy, and then a couple of days late, actually, they took her to the hospital precautionary, and the local hospital was like, "You're fine." A couple of days later, she's like, "My head really hurts," and they scanned her again. They're like, "Oh yeah, your brain is swelling. You're going to die in like 10 minutes. Our bad." So is it really hockey's fault? I guess technically it is, but anyway, now you got the netting around that back end of every hockey arena in North America here. And you can thank the Columbus Blue Jackets for that situation. Verhaeghe. Nice job by Reinhart to stay on side, and a beautiful play by Skinner. The goalie is the one who stick checked it. He just poked that puck out of the way so that it could not get completed, the pass to its desired target, which would have been an easy goal. Now here's Barkov, late in the shift. Alexander Barkov, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and that's going to be it here for period number 2. 1 second And not able to shoot that one. So 4 more goals, 2 apiece this time. And we've got a 6-2. A 6-2 tilt here. Florida still very much in control. Heading to period number 3. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports joining here today. Kit joining in chat form today. As we continue, this is game number 4 of our simulated Stanley Cup final. Again, we are not mirroring reality. We did not force win anything. We got the 2 teams to the playoffs that meant to be here by force winning, if you will. And Montour throws it in. Brandon Montour, his 6th of the playoffs. And Montour, that looked too easy. What is Skinner doing? They just let him get, again, right to that low slot. High percentage of goals coming from that spot. And I don't know how you let the guy get right there. Even a defenseman, and he just snaps that thing right over the glove of Skinner into the corner of the net. That's borderline unstoppable from any human being. So bad on the defense of the Oilers that time, and now we've got 7, too. We've got some big scoring games in our sim series. So, as I was saying, we made all of the other results be accurate so that we could get the correct Stanley Cup matchup here. This is game number 4 in our sim. The Oilers lead 2-1, and Panthers are about 18 minutes away from tying it up 2-2. And then we will go back to Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins. McDavid, and it gets whizzed wide. Tarasenko. Vladimir fires it. Picard is into the game, so they did decide to bring in the backup after goal number 7. They decided to go to Picard in there, get that backup in there. So now in games 3 and in games 4, the starting goaltender for the losing team has been yanked mid-game, which doesn't happen a lot, especially in the playoffs, but I think in this particular case, deservedly so for both of them. Backdoor, Bobrovsky was on the ground, and the Edmonton Oilers could not capitalize there. That would have been an easy goal. Forsling to Ekblad. And he'll spin back around into his own zone. Forsling now cross ice to Bennett. Long pass to Verhaeghe, now Tkachuk. Tkachuk with some space. He's into the corner. Pass in the middle, Verhaeghe, and they try to run right through Picard. He's able to make a save now. Bouchard. And he can't dump it around. It gets stuck on somebody's skate. Kane fighting. Montour's got it. Tkachuk coming now. He's decked at the line by Corey Perry now. Bouchard. Good pass to Kane. Back to Nurse now. Henrique. Adam Henrique. 1-on-2. Stick check to side by Bobrovsky. He poked that thing out of there as well. Loose Theranen now. Left side. Circle. And he's going to be bumped off the puck. Corey Perry. Long pass to the middle. Montour's stick made sure it did not connect with its intended target. Now CC to Corey Perry. Perry to Henrique. Taking off the puck, and the Oilers have it. Cody Ceci. Ceci taking it all the way back. That was a weird little trajectory that he took, but he's got it all the way down himself, all the way from corner to corner, and they'll have a good shot in the middle. But Bobrovsky makes the save. That was Corey Perry who tried to slam that one home. Wouldn't go. Now Ceci. And Tarasenko, and it's saved by Picard. He'll give it to Kulak. And Kulak coming all the way down the left wing side. And then taken away, and they'll have to all leave the zone. Kulak now going the other way. Long pass to his teammate on that right wing side. Now into the corner. Reinhart taken away by Rodriguez. And shot saved by Picard, and we're going to get another penalty. Slashing on Derek Ryan, the centerman. So we're going to get another penalty on Florida here with about 11 minutes to go in the game. Florida big on Edmonton here. Just 10 or so minutes away from tying the series at 2-2. is what we deserve. This has been a good series with some incredible goals happening on both sides. Florida 0 for 3. Rodriguez and Picard able to deflect that one. Behind the net, Nurse. And now Descharnais, Nugent Hopkins, and they're able to get it out. Now Janmark, they are not trying to get anything set up. They're just taking it right to the net now. Descharnais, he'll fire backdoor to Janmark. Nice play there. Kind of curling around the net. Matthias Janmark was ready for it. Good save by Sergei Bobrovsky. And again, a shorthanded opportunity here by the Panthers. Excuse me, the Panthers are the one on the power play. It was a shorthanded opportunity by the Oilers that just ended there, and now Picard will freeze it. Lundell in there with Tarasenko and Bennett. Ekman Larsson on the point, as well as Rodriguez. Here's Ekman Larsson, fling it, and in. Oh, I didn't think it got in. I thought somehow it crossed the line, but it didn't. Picard deflected it, went over his body. We're going to need another penalty on the Oilers. Ugh. It went over Picard's body and behind him, but did not cross that red line to make it a goal. Oh my, more penalties for the Oilers. Tripping now for Ryan McLeod, and he's going to go join Derek Ryan in the sin bin. We're going to get a 5-on-3 for, what are we going to get it for? 8 seconds, and then we'll get another power play for the Panthers here. Kachuk in the middle. Verhaeghe to Reinhart. Montour rushing back into the play comes Derek Ryan. Broken stick there on the shot. And deflecting off the broken stick now Barkov, and he's going to be tripped. And we're going to have a 5-on-3 for 90 seconds. That time Cody Ceci almost took him out with his skates. It's like a brutal slide tackle when you're wearing skates like that. Watch him just go to the ground. Oh, I guess he didn't lead the skate first. From my initial vantage point, it looked like he kind of led skates first. So we're going to get a 5-on-3. Florida 0 for 4 on the power play. They're going to get a long one here and then a short one to follow. Oh, sit down, kid. He decked him. As Nurse took a shot now. 3-on-2. Now 4-on-2. Now 4-on-3. And ultimately 5-on-3 is the matchup here once they get set up. Stick checked aside by Montour. Reinhart in front. Verhaeghe swing and a miss from Montour. The puck never made it through as the 5-on-3 expires with a save from Picard. 5-on-4, and now they're going to get the goal. Reinhart's second of the day. And it's a power play goal as he took that deflection right off the front of Calvin Picard, the backup goalkeeper, netminder here. And nowhere to go that time. His Kor's X Factor working its magic that particular time. And this one is over. 8-2 Florida. They needed a bounce back game, and boy did they get one. As they really needed to respond to what the Oilers had done to them in Game 3, which was embarrass them on home ice. So now they've done a good job of evening the score. So we'll be 2-2 heading back to Edmonton. So Edmonton technically had the home ice advantage, and this one's going to go in again by Tarasenko, and that's a hat trick. Here come the Hats. What's better than a playoff victory? Getting to see a hat trick in the process of the Hats raining down from the crowd. Vladimir Tarasenko has had a pretty darn good game. Look at him just sitting there on the back door. He makes the initial pass, skates right to the front of the net. Shot comes on, deflection, right there. Easy hockey. Easy hockey. Vladimir Tarasenko. The hat trick here, 9-2, but again, they really, really needed it. And a get right game here, potentially with it squared 2-2. We'll have to see it. It's in again. Lundell Another deflection is, again, the backup goalie is in. He's obviously not as good as the beginning goalie, but look at that. Just smack it off his pads. Lundell's right there to tap it in. Smack off the pads. Lundell right there. Ooh, lifts it up and sticks it in. This cool-looking goal from Anton Lundell. He scored the very first goal of the game, did Lundell, and now he has scored the 10th goal of the game. And yes, I am not misspeaking. 10-2. Again, this one has been all Florida. 6 minutes to go in the game, mercifully. But yeah, we've had a couple of them in close, but for the most part, they've been kind of blowouts, one way or the other. Which is kind of an interesting thing. Again, Edmonton just can't get out of their own zone right now. Lundell again, he'll throw loose there, and then we almost have a second hat trick if Lundell throws one in. We'll see the hats again. Anybody that saved their hat the first time and didn't throw it, they're going to have to throw it. Oilers with 4 minutes just trying to get to the end of this thing without anybody getting hurt. Fogle rips one but wide, and then coming actually the cool like deflection off of the wall behind the net. Kachuk coming the other way, and now Ekholm to his teammate Warren Fogle, Evander Kane. Now Fogle, solid on the wire that Fogle just signed a free agent deal somewhere else. So again, hockey no sleepy. They are right into it. The Blue Jackets have a development camp starting today. Like dudes that got drafted less than a week ago are in Columbus here at the development camp. We still don't have a coach, mind you, but we have a development camp happening. Because the assistants are still in place. And I guess that's pretty common in hockey that a new coach doesn't bring in his entire coaching staff. Like there likes to be some holdover. He might bring a couple of guys with him, but the whole like this is me and this is my staff that we see from other sports. Hockey's not quite as much that way, so there could be some leftover coaches from the Blue Jacket staff from this past year. With their head coach getting relieved a couple weeks ago, there could be some carryovers with the new coach. A lot of people think it's just going to be Todd McClellan, the former Kings coach, and we're going to get a quick Edmonton power play to finish up these final 2:14 as Carter Verhaeghe decides he wants to spend the rest of the game in the penalty box. They keep the good Gatorade on this side, he says. So a big win for the Florida Panthers here, despite this penalty here at the end of the game with just 2 minutes to go. They are walloping the Oilers in this one, 10-2, and they will tie the game up at 2 games apiece. And we will head back to Edmonton for game number 5. Join me for that one probably in a couple days. Like to give the hockey fans a few days to catch up with them. But do appreciate everybody being on again. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place on YouTube that you can find these simulated sporting events with live original commentary and someone who will actually interact with you, the good people on the chat. Seen plenty of other channels where they're just simming games and it's just the stock announcers that come with the game. And I was like, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that people watch those, but they do. Nugent Hopkins in front, going to be taken away now. Bouchard will throw one on, hits the post behind Bobrovsky. Draisaitl, McDavid, and they're pouring it on here. But again, I'll say the same thing that I said at the end of Game 3 when Edmonton was up big. If Edmonton can squeak a goal here late, it just, if nothing else, it helps the momentum, right? It helps their pride, it helps their confidence moving into a Game 5 at home. As Reinhardt's going to take it away. Barkov has it on his stick. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. McDavid, 31 seconds left. 16 of them on the power play. In the middle, and it kind of just lazily goes into the waiting arms of Sergei Bobrovsky. Russia netminder here. And the power play, did it come to a close? No, we got 12 more seconds on the power play. Again, appreciate everybody be on. If you'd like to take your fandom to the next level after you subscribe, you can join us on our Discord channel. Discord is free and easy to use if you've never used it before, and it's an opportunity to chat with Nagy Nation between these sims. We have chats dedicated to the Browns, to the Guardians, different things as well. But you can also find out in advance of when we're going to sim. Sometimes by just a couple of minutes, sometimes by a couple of days or even hours or even days. So Appreciate everybody being on, though. Thanks so much. This one was a lot of fun. 10-2 if you're a Florida Panther fan. This was the get-right game, and boy, did they get right. So both teams now have had a blowout win in Florida. And we will head back to Edmonton, all tied up 2-2. Whoa, a whiteout here. Must have been a steam cannon or something. That was weird. Sergei Bobrovsky much, much better again. He got pulled in Game 3. He was so bad. But this one's going to come to a close. It's going to be 10-2, and Stanley C., the Panther mascot, loves that one. There's some of these late goals when Picard was in. There's Tarasenko, his hat trick. Saw that first hat. Man, that thing was out quick. They were waiting. Whoever that guy was, he was waiting for Tarasenko. He's like, Tarasenko's on the ice. I had his often in my hand. As soon as he threw that in, that thing was icebound. How about 56 shots for the Florida Panthers in this one? That's a pretty wild performance. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. Appreciate Kit being able to hop on, even though he's trying to enjoy a beautiful day in Denver. There's a look at the bracket. It is 2-2, and we are headed back to Edmonton for game number 5, which I will be excited to bring you probably later this week. So enjoy the rest of your day. Again, as I mentioned to Mitchell earlier, we might have Browns tonight, but more likely have Browns tomorrow. We're also going to do some Guardians tomorrow, as well as we're going to get to see the season premiere of Gavin Williams. And we're going to sim that before we see it live tomorrow. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays. Have a great day. Happy July, of course, yesterday to everyone on the channel as well. For Kit, who's hanging out in Denver, and Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you guys. Today we will say go Panthers, go Blue Jackets, and as always, go Browns.